I just want to say, when you think of the word winter, what comes to mind? Now, you guys know I love to talk about seasonal growth. I love to talk about the different seasons that happen during in nature and in life. And today, the word that comes to mind when I think of winter is obviously a time of solitude. So let's get into this video, guys. Beautiful Thorns and Roses, aka my bloomers. I hope you guys are doing well and you aren't choosing violence. You're surviving and you are alive. So based by the title of this video, I think you can tell what I'm about to talk about. But I just want to say, when you think of the word winter, what comes to mind? Now, you guys know I love to talk about seasonal growth. I love to talk about the different seasons that happen during in nature and in life. And today, the word that comes to mind when I think of winter is obviously a time of solitude. So let's get into this video, guys. So there's a quote that says, winter is a season of recovery and preparation. A season to gather yourself, to isolate, to be by yourself. These are the things that come to mind when I think of the winter season. It's about being one with thine self. A time to focus on you, to heal if you need to heal, and to just rest, you know what I mean? So every time I think of this time, there are a lot of us out here who do not like to be alone. And I was reading this book, and if you guys don't know, I am also on a self-love journey. And in the book, it did talk about the winter season, and it talks about when do we find time to rest and be alone. Now I've come to realize that as I've gotten older with age, the winter season is definitely a season where you should take time to hibernate like the animals do. I definitely think that with the winter season, you want to be able to just recover from everything. You already came out of the fall season, so now it's kind of like, let's try to put things into perspective. So at this time, I want to say you just want to meditate. And there is a spiritual side to this, but you guys got to stay tuned for that video that's going to come out. But for in the natural, this is a time where you don't need to be going out. You don't need to be drinking so much. This should be a time where you're planning ahead. You are trying to prepare for the next season that's to come. I know as for me, I want to say you can't pour from an empty glass. I have a habit of pouring from when I say an empty glass, I mean it's dust at the bottom. I'm still trying to pour from an empty glass. And how can you make strides in life? How can you make strides for your own self if you are pouring so much of yourself to other persons? You're pouring so much into everything else, but you're not taking the time to rest and get your cup back full so that you can have it overflowing and to pour into other people or just to pour into yourself. So yes, winter is a season of preparation, recovery, and more so I think I lean to more the recovery side, preparation too, but the recovery side, because I need time to recover from the fall season. I need time to recover from shedding all that dead weight and pouring so much of myself out there. So that's why I say it's kind of like a recovery thing. You're trying to heal. You want to kind of just take time, breathe, meditate. You want to pray. You kind of just want to, like I said, be with oneself and just, you know. So that is definitely one of the things I love to say about the winter season. You cannot pour out of an empty glass. In the winter season, hibernate like the animals do. Eat a bunch of food, do what you gotta do, but not literally eat a bunch of food. Isolate, heal, get your cup back full so that when it is time to pour out, you're not pouring from an empty cup. Like my mother used to tell me, what's the point of you putting all your energy into helping me? And this was from like 2 years ago. Short story. I was trying to help her because she wasn't feeling good, and I was not sleeping because I was too busy trying to help her out. And yeah, they call me the nurse of family. And my mom was like, you need to catch some sleep. Like, how you expect to help me if you're not taking rest, because what's going to happen? You're going to fall out or you're going to be exhausted, and then you can't help nobody. So when she said that to me, I took time to rest, and I have always kept that in my head. So guys, make sure in order to stride in the next season, your cup is full. So rest this winter season. A quick commercial break, guys. My camera did cut out because I had lost space, so I am hoping that this does not cut out anymore. But yes, winter for me, I realized that I have been more to myself than ever, especially like on my job. I just don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be dealing with anybody like that, and it's quite obvious, and to be honest, you know, I kind of don't care too much. But yeah, winter is definitely a season feeling like overlooked, like I said before. It's definitely a season of feeling like you're confused, you don't know where to go, but that's okay, because during that time you should, like I said, be writing down like what it is you want for the rest of the year. And it's funny because winter season is during the new year, from the end of December all the way until March 22nd. So it's kind of a good thing, because it's like before the new year really starts, you kind of get to see what it is you want into the next season, which would be spring, summer, and before you know it, it'll be fall again. So I definitely want to say that winter is definitely a season. I don't want to say you're going to feel sad and you're going to feel depressed, but you're definitely going to feel the effects of winter, because for me, I'm feeling it right now. Like every other day, I'm feeling it. And I won't say it's a bad feeling, but it's definitely a feeling of, all right, this is what I think I need to do. I need to do this. I just need to spend time with myself, and I also need to spend time to pray. So guys, do that. Winter season is all about just being in your feelings, being in your emotions. Write out the feelings, write out the emotions. I have a friend, he journals about just about everything. I really can't get into journaling like that, but he does it and it works for him. And as for me, I tend to I think I just write out prayers that I want done. But winter season is definitely one of those where you want to just be to yourself and just meditate on those things. So that's definitely a part of what winter season is, for sure. Side note, during the winter season, it's actually feeling like a transition as well. And that transition is where you're not fully out of fall, but you're not fully in winter. That middle ground can feel hectic because you really, really feel like, what the hell is going on? Like, I'm losing out on this, but then I'm starting to feel like alone and isolated. Do not feel fazed by that. That's just the transition phase that's going on between you from fall to winter. Also, I do want to say that during the winter season, in winter, you gain wisdom. You gain so much wisdom because, like I said, because you're alone, you kind of have your own mini breakthroughs. You start to realize certain things. You start to question yourself. You start to get answers for your own things. And if you look at it from a spiritual aspect, that's when you should be fasting, you should be praying, because that is when you're going to get the answers. And I think that's when you spend more time with God. He starts to answer those questions. So that's something that I want to say. Now, I did bring out my phone because there was something else that I want to talk about. And also, when you are doing your winter season, you need to walk by faith and not by sight, because that's when you realize that you have to have this thing called crazy faith. I kept hearing this term, crazy faith, crazier faith. And my friend keeps telling me, you need to have crazy faith. You need to just get it together. This is your winter season. You go into your spring season, this, that, and the third. So that is something that you definitely want to talk about and think about. But I don't want to get into that because that's going to be on a more spiritual side. So make sure you stay tuned for that video, like I said. Something else that I wrote down while I remember. And if it feels like I'm rushing, I kind of am. But I really wanted to get this video to you guys because this video is long overdue. I also want to say that winter is viewed as a time of stillness and calmness, a time for everything to be on pause. Think of nature. It's cold outside and the trees are dead and frozen. Animals either keep to themselves or simply cuddle with family to remain warm. The best part is they are stuffed with food. Be one with nature. So stuff yourself up, eat, do all the last set of partying that you want to do, because in this winter season, it's time to get it together. Please get it together. Flowers grow back even after the harshest winters. You will too. Winter in short: recovery, refocus, reset, and refresh. and preparation. Plan, strategize, and organize. So, guys, get to it. It's winter. This is what winter is all about. It's all about being to yourself, be alone, cut out the partying. If this mosquito try to attack my face one more time, I'm going to choose violence. So definitely that's what I want to say. Winter is all about. You can read more about my posts on winter on my website at BloomingwithAzalea.com. Go on the tab that says Azalea. Select the one that says A Time of Solitude. I will also put the link in the description box so you can read all about it. Thank you so much for watching my video, guys. Just gonna toss my phone right back over there. Thank you so much, guys, for staying tuned and watching this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so you are notified every time that I post a new video. Thank you all for your continuous support. I love you all. I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys. Have a great, amazing, fantastic day and week. Please do not choose violence. I love you all. Mwah.